off, we have here therapist, spoken word artist, a healer in her own right. We have here Ravina. So Ravina is a South Asian American best-selling author, spoken word poet, and licensed therapist based in Long Beach. Ravina was born and raised in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. Yellow is her collection of poetry published by World Stage Press and a recipient of the Long Beach Best Poetry Collection of 2021. Again, y'all are in for a treat, I'm telling y'all. Ravina has performed poetry nationally, internationally, all across on acclaimed stages, including the UN, United Nations, and the House of Blues. And here is Sunday Joe. Ravina is a touring and performing spoken word artist with the collective Never Speak Long Beach. She is the founder of WALA, Writing as Healing Los Angeles, Workshop and Mic, and the program that honors the intersection of creative writing, mindfulness education, and mental health. And with the reach of hundreds of attendees and being featured at the prestigious LA Get Down Festival. Ravina continues to host and carry WALA on a bi-monthly basis in LA and beyond. So she's been featured in a documentary called Brand New Day, Yahoo, The Sentinel LA, Shout Out Atlanta, Rooted Minds. All over. Ravina is a Pushcart Prize nominee and recently scored top 4 in Slam Poets ranking at the Ink Slam Invitational in 2024, y'all. So that was right here at DPL, the Poetry Lounge. So again, with the snap, see your line? Can I hear it? You hear your line snap? Right. You also give the can I get the So when I say spoken, y'all say word, spoken, word, spoken, word. All right, so without further ado, Ravina.
First and foremost, thank you, Eddie. It's amazing that our paths crossed outside of poetry spaces, and then we found that we basically do this, like a similar intersection of work, if not like very parallel. So I want to shout out to your host, Eddie Ghana. And I know behind us stands a team. It's a team effort, so shout out to your team. This is such a loving, tender space. I think it's needed during these times. I think it's needed at all times to also celebrate our joy. So thank you for creating such a tender, loving space that allows everyone to feel that they can be who they are, even if that means broken or half or healing or whole. So thank you so much. And I just want to also give a shout out to the Filipino Workers Center. This space is amazing. Give them a round of applause. My name is Ravina. Can I do some poems for y'all today?
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Ravina Deepak Wadwani. And the way she stumbles across my name is a sin. As if it leaves a bitter taste in her mouth, dark enough to spit out halfway through this devouring. She sits in front of the classroom, halfway on the desk, facing a room of 15 children with thirsting eyes, looking to hear their names said just right enough so that they could pass the test of being heard. And as she goes down the alphabetized roster of names that do not sound like her own, she comes across unfamiliar territory, marked by rivers of East Indian soil drenching the very paper in front of her. Likely, this one is mine. I know it by the way her eyebrows furrow as she hesitates to cross these trenches. And when she gets to the second syllable of my last name, it was as if this formation of valleys and mountains that exist in the very blueprint of my name was just a little too wide for her to cross. And the second the violence starts, a butchering of sorts. An endless echo of stutters, an array of uncertainty in her voice. It is then that I can sense the body language of my grandmother's grandmother to be that of a wilted rose, a letdown, A suffocation, a compression of an entire anthology of worth thrown out the window like a piece of litter when she belittles our history by substituting the spice for a flavor that is a little bit more convenient to her. She finds what is familiar to her and swallows it. It is then that I can sense the army of a matriarchy ready to remind you that our names never crafted to sit pretty on your tongue, never meant to be digested so easily. Rather, our names are oceans of sounds that melt together in a brown, earthy mixture of clay, soil, and stardust. See, names like ours require a roll of the lips, a licking of the tongue, an effort as strong as women's hands who came together to carefully craft these vowels and consonants for me. See, woven together in my name is the very essence of my grandmother's scent, the very wrinkles in her wise hands, the very brown skin that fills our home with laughter and stories and circles of women coming together hand in hand to carefully stitch together the mosaic of letters that make up the roadmap. Women who took their time to ensure that my name would be my armor. So, when you stumble across these syllables, tripping over the fruit that falls from the branches, when you race past these curves way past the speed limit, pushing aside the roadblock that arise, remember this, that when you sound out our names, there was an army of a matriarchy ready to remind you that our names were never crafted to sit pretty on her tongue. Like I said, never meant to be digested so easily. Rather, our names were meant to simmer in the back of her throat until she realizes that what she lets marinate for just a few seconds too short is nothing but a truth too flavorful for her to swallow, because my name is Ravina Deepak Wadwani. Thank y'all so much.